Okay, so I'm just here with by myself real quick, just making a quick announcement and hold on. Alright, so I was just turning it down so that I had a decent FPS. So basically, uh, turning something down so that I have good FPS, sorry. Um, so I'm going to be streaming on the server, and what's going to be happening is that I'm going to be fighting the Ender Dragon on the SMP. Now, there's going to be something that I'm going to be starting within the SMP right as this fight ends. And I want it to be a surprise. I will not say what it is, but I hope you all come in and watch the stream right before. I will be posting the thing to YouTube anyway, but I'm going, and this will be like the final thing before this stream will be the final thing on the SMP before I start what's going to start happening. Now you're probably wondering why I'm in the Nether. It's just basically a thing. And yes, I have netherite and all that. Like, I need to upgrade some stuff. I do have diamond boots, I just don't have stuff for it. And yes, those are mending gold boots, as you saw. And basically, what I'm going to be starting is not being disclosed outside of me announcing that it's starting. I'm not going to say when, because the thing that's starting right as the Ender Dragon, well, I did say when it's going to start, but it's not going to be a significant thing until after the after that, and then until after the Ender Dragon fight. Like, basically, there'll be an announcement during the stream that I will later post to YouTube, and it's not going to be a verbal announcement. I definitely am planning something, and the only reason I'm being so not saying what it is just because I want it to be a surprise. Somebody used a bed right there, I'm assuming. So the simple thing is that just watch for an announcement on stream either tomorrow or Sunday or even Monday. This announcement's probably going up on today, or it's going to come up on the day that we're streaming. But basically, the Twitch stream of the announcement will come a day before it comes to YouTube. So if you want to know when something is going to be happening outside of the announcement of the bigger stuff that's happening, then you want to tune into the Twitch stream. I'm gonna get behind my cobblestone for now so that that's there. I'm gonna go through the nether portal, in fact. Ooh. Ooh, this is a bad frame rate, but basically, be sure to tune in to my Twitch if you want to see it. Also, I have a parrot. Don't worry about it. So, I might say that I have a parrot on stream as well. And it's gonna look like this, but I'll tell you right now, the reason I have it on best is just for the frame rate for you guys, so it's definitely gonna look worse than if you were in person. So alright, so the Ender Dragon fight is happening on the SMP tomorrow, and even I have asked people on the SMP server that's on Discord. Whoever wants to join can. But I said this weekend, so if it doesn't, like if the stream doesn't happen Saturday, it will happen Sunday. But basically, this is a quick announcement before I upload this. And yeah. So to put it simply, I'm going to do that, and yeah. Also, if this does come up today, Merry Christmas, and I hope you all have a good new year, because you're likely going to be seeing this on Christmas, so. Also, yes, this tower has been done. I can say right now that not everyone will know who built it, but if you've tuned into the SMPs so far, basically, the first streams don't matter for, are not going to matter for what is going to be happening. I like this floor, but then the third floor. Have to be a little careful. But you can also get on here. This is the next floor. I'm actually planning on adding some chests here for people to gear up. But this also is a good way to just do this. Right here. It's, oh, but you can also do that by accident, so. I may have to adjust the design a little bit. And I do need to clear that out. Okay, well, that was not built by me, but it's definitely something that you can watch for. There needs to be some lighting added there. And this is the top of the tower. Very simple design. At the top, got some nice little things. And basically, that's just some Crimson Nilium. And that's where I'm going to be doing some stuff. Also, I've got 27 feathers. I did not realize that. I was also testing some stuff for myself. But yeah. And also other things. So there will be some more stuff being added, don't worry. I just haven't gotten to some of the stuff I want to. And I probably will just do some reboots of some series just because I feel like it might be better. Because but like this, the SMP will probably be replacing any of the Minecraft Let's Play because this is a thing. And right now, the initial start of the SMP, I would have done it, but I decided against posting the Twitch streams of the SMP initially to YouTube. Not because I don't, not because I hate the idea of posting all of the content to YouTube, but because I feel like I want to bring in something that people want. Now, you probably are wondering about other things like the Pokemon Let's Plays. Those will continue once I get to them. I just haven't gotten to them recently. So the next thing I'm going to start is, what about the Sonic Adventure Let's Play? Like, I actually had gotten to where I had lost track of a lot of things where I just couldn't keep up, so I'll go back to it soon, but that's all I can really give right now on that, because it might not be easy to get back to everything. There's other things that I want to start doing, but outside of that, there's not really much I can do. But simply putting it, I'm also going to say that this server that you're seeing here right now will also be reset in 1.17. So for those of you who do watch, this is going to be seen until late mid 2021. I will not say the exact date, but it's once the server can be updated to 1.17.0 from Spigot. So like we're on 1.16.3 on Spigot, and yes, I know I'm getting a low frame rate while recording, but that's just because I need to restart the server just so that it can not be laggy, because there's so many chunks that have been loaded that it affects frame rates. So yeah. Oh, those are pillagers down there. I might kill them real quick. They're gonna start heading towards me. Well, that's an advancement, so... Oh, they didn't drop anything outside of XP, that's unfortunate. But yeah. I don't know if everyone is, how everyone's going to get attached to it or anything. But I will say that much. This is getting reset when I get to that point. So, yeah. And for those who are wondering, I feel like the stuff that is going to be done on here, and unlike the channel Unus Honest, I'm not going to remove any of the Minecraft SMP things. Like, what I want is I want this world to live on through videos only, not even like actual the world itself. I'm not entirely like deleting. It's just never going to be put back on for anyone. So once it's gone, it's basically gone, not as to the degree of the channel of Unus Honest, but it's going to be a similar fashion of this world is here for a certain amount of time, and then it's going to be gone forever, at least in the terms of physically being played on. Now, why is that, you may ask? And if you understand what I mean, then you understand. But if you don't, you may understand later. But that is for you all to figure out, and yeah. And yes, my house is not done. I'm going to finish it before 1.17 on Spigot. But that will be shown partially. And there is a feel I am going for this house, so you'll figure it out over time. but yeah. Oh, that's clever. Now, as for some other things, that's being shown on purpose. But I'm not going to say why, but it'll be a hint towards something. And I'm not going to say what I'm hinting at either. There needs to be some torches here. I'll let the guys know. And so basically, a lot of people are going to see a lot of things. So what else is there to be said? Is what I'm going. Is what you probably would be asking. And one thing is, some people might be asking about my replays that I used to post a lot, and those will actually continue. I just haven't gotten to where I've posted one. Like, I haven't recorded it, and then the update happens, and so I lose some of them. So sometimes that's happened. But then there's other times where I just don't get a clip that I feel is worthy enough to clip. And what about the tournaments that I used to post? Those, I need to post them. I have them, I just haven't posted them. So basically, there's 2 tournaments that have happened. I said I was going to post them, and I haven't done it in over a month. So those will happen, at least one of them, if I can't find the other. But I have at least one of them downloaded, if I don't have the other somehow. Is there a reason why I hear fire? Is there a fire pit? What am I hearing? The heck? Oh. Okay, that's interesting. So, now, for other things like Brawlhalla on like actual gameplay, I will continue that as well. That just hasn't happened recently because I either haven't been up for recording the game or just haven't gotten to it. So I will say that much. There are a lot of things that I need to get to that I haven't, and that's one thing. So as for the last thing on the SMP stuff, as I'm still on the world, I will definitely be posting a higher res screenshot. Like, the only reason I took a screenshot there was just to get a location of where I wanted, so that I can look at it and see where I want to get the screenshot. And then, so that might be the thumbnail now, but that also will matter later. So simply put, expect to see some different content than what you were expecting, but expect some of the old content to be back or started anew in a similar vein. And then on top of it, even though my frame rate's being awful, like I know why part of it is, because I have so many tabs open on Firefox. I need to close it. I realized it after I started recording, so but another thing is that you might see a lot more of the SMP than anything else, since that is currently what I consider the main focus. It's not the only thing I'm focusing on, but it will be one of the important things I feel that I'm going to be putting. And yeah. Now, is there anything else you are probably wondering? And the answer is there's one more thing, and that is that will I be posting more of my streams? And the answer is yes, I will be. If anyone is curious, there will be more streams like that will be posted, like not just the Tenderizer Circuit, which is a tournament I've been hosting, which one of the requirements of the Tenderizer Circuit is to be in my Discord. The reason that is a requirement is simply so that it's easier to contact you. And that's what I want. I don't want to have to message you over one source, unless it's like Discord, which pretty much everyone uses. Now, does every time you see a Tenderizer Circuit, you see many people commentating, but mostly 2 people focusing on it. But the thing is that there is a limit on that channel. I will say there actually is, but you are not required to join it. So you don't have to commentate if you are in the tournament. I know I never clarified that, but I like to give people the chance to commentate. And then on top of it, I do stream it, but the delay is actually interesting. So like, if I wanted to delay somebody's voice, I'd have to figure that out. And there's a few other things, like I'll explain a lot of it later down the line. I know I didn't say I was going to do this, but I just kind of thought of it just now, because a lot of people probably are curious to how that works, even though they haven't played in one. Okay. And I think there's actually one more thing. Sorry, but I'm going to focus on is definitely like Brawlhalla, Minecraft, and maybe I'll bring in some other games that you weren't expecting. Like, yes, there's like some games I've already recorded, but I want to limit the amount of things I'm recording at a time, because I feel like that's what got me, is I wanted to do so much that it messed me up. So the first thing is that I want to limit myself to probably like 4 or 5 things, instead of going for like, I think it was 8 things at once, which is impossible for someone like me at my practice and editing skills. Like, I do not have very many. I don't have any real editors. Like, I'm definitely going to do other things. Like, I'll say a couple of things I want to do, but I'm going to have to do these every so often. So the first thing is, I know I thought of these last second, but Minecraft Manhunt. I actually do want to do those. And I'm not going to start with somebody significantly better than me. Like, there are people I've tried manhunts with, and they've gone well. Like, some of them. But then there's other times where I'm just outclassed, and I feel like starting off with the people who definitely heavily outclass me might not be as enjoyable, especially whenever I'm on either side. So I was thinking maybe just doing Minecraft Manhunt in that way. Like, I'll figure out who I want to do it with, like somebody who definitely is either of my skill level or a little bit worse. But I definitely want to try to do a manhunt where I'm speedrunning and a person is hunting me. Because I may be a Minecraft speedrunner. I have not posted a speedrun in a while. But I have speedran on Twitch. None, only like, I think, actually none have been successful since I got off of Optifine. But the problem is that whenever I try to do Optifine, it's like, as of recently, it's just been giving me problems where it's been crashing. And then on top of it, Optifine's banned on 1.16 plus for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it offhand, but maybe the mod team could tell me if they want. They don't have to, because they're the mod team. They actually aren't bad people. They really want to do good things, so that's one thing. On top of it, I want to see what I can do for Manhunt. Now, it's not only going to be Minecraft Manhunt, but it's going to be a game that you haven't seen me record. It's also a Manhunt. And if you're wondering, yes, it's inspired off of Dreams Manhunt. However, I can tell you right now, it's going to play out differently because the game is much more linear, so strategies might start off a little bit different than later on, like that. However, we're also going to eventually incorporate extra things that allow more flexibility, I feel, with the game, because the game has been out for years. I haven't stated the name, but by now some of you might have figured it out, because the game is normally single player, but there is a mod that allows it to be multiplayer. And if any of you are not living under a rock, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'll say it's a game that tends to be better with mods, but the series used to be better than what it is now. Like, on top of it, it's under a dev that I don't necessarily agree with all of their practices, but I feel it's important to still keep in mind that this game isn't new. Nor is Minecraft. It's actually slightly newer than Minecraft, but that won't matter unless you guys know it. But I want it to be a surprise when the first posted one happens, because I've actually not posted a single one yet. I've done a lot of test manhunts on it, and it is a manhunt type. And the first video I'll tell you is one speedrunner versus one hunter in a game that actually has a storyline with dialogue and all that. And there's actually some cutscenes where you actually get locked into place. Now, there will be rules that I do have in place that I'll explain for the video. And I want the first manhunt of this to be interesting. So I'll say the first rule that I want to mention is that of it will be that the speedrunner actually does end up getting a head start, but they have to say when they've entered a certain location, and then the hunter starts. However, because of how the game works, the hunter can actually catch up to the speedrunner despite this. Even if I gave them the hunter a much later start, you get looped back into certain locations enough that the hunter can still catch you. And so it actually comes down to who is actually better at PvP in a game that PvP did not matter before. So I'll tell you the year the game came from on this. So I know I've extended it a lot on this video. I didn't realize I had so much that came to mind, but the first the game's release here is 2011. I'll say that much. And it's a single player game that has a multiplayer mod. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. So after that, you'll know what it is. So I want to make that a surprise on what game it is. Now you're gonna see some new style of things being put into some of these videos, like there will be a more interesting introduction to each of those videos, and I'm going to say both manhunts will have the same type of introduction. It's just how the introduction is being done will be interesting. So I'm also going to aim to make it really interesting, which is why you will not see them consistently like how Dream has more consistent manhunts, because he has the ability to edit videos in a much more efficient way. He has more practice. I'm new to editing. I don't have very many people to be able to ask for a manhunt, so I can't get it done. Now, there's going to be another video that I'm going to be doing with another friend. I haven't talked with him yet about it, but I'll say what it is. It's the Icarus Challenge. Now, you're probably wondering what that is, and I'll explain that later, but it has something to do with trying to, like, you do have to do what Minecraft Any% has to do, but then you have to go a step further. I'll say that much. But I'll say it is the Icarus Challenge in itself is a very different challenge that requires, like, I think you could do it with plugins, but some of them you can't enforce without verbally having people there in the same Discord. So I'll say one of the things that is the case. So the Icarus Challenge is not a solo challenge. So I will clarify that. It is at least a 2-person challenge, and I'd recommend at least 4 people for it, and that's all I'm going to say about it until the first Icarus Challenge video comes out. Now, this challenge was not my idea initially, but it came from a stream that happened a long time ago. Like, the idea came from that, and it came from Minecraft without jumping. Now, why did that inspire it? Because there are hindering challenges in this that are there. And I won't say what the hindrances are, because that will add to it. So yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay, I just had to get comfortable in a spot, and I didn't want to make it too hard. Now, the last thing is pretty simple, and yes, this is actually finally the last thing because I realized I had so much more to say that I didn't think about at first. So, if there are any suggestions that you have for things, go ahead and let me know. And I will take into consideration them. Like, just let me know through either a comment, which right now I'll respond to. Oh, yeah, so I'll respond to them later. Oh, it's Mike. Okay. I'll let him know in a bit. So basically, once, if you want to see a video on a game, I'm open to suggestions. I might not get to them right away, but I will let you. I'll let you know what I'm doing. I will try to comment to respond. If you have to contact me through email, I might respond a little bit easier to that, but it really depends. So, alright, well, that's all I have to say, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.